Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you have a fabulous day. I'm here to do an intuitive card reading on today's energies to see what messages, insights, and guidance the universe wants to share with us. So let's take a look at the cards and see what we need to know. Okay. So we have enlightenment. Look from the highest perspective, see the divine in everyone. Yeah, this kind of is continuing off of yesterday's message because we're all connected. We're all part of the same humanity, the same like soul family kind of thing. Like we're all connected. We're all brothers and sisters. And that can be a hard pill to swallow sometimes. Excuse me. My words. But that's the thing, like it's so easy just to write people off as being like evil and bad and the enemy and just like banish them and never like it's hard sometimes, but if we can take a step back and look at the highest perspective and see that a lot of times people are trying their best, they just don't necessarily know better, so they can't do better. Sometimes they do know better, but they are getting caught up in their human emotions or human experience, and they're not making the best potential outcome, best decision. But we don't know each person's unique timing and journey. Like we're all different, and so if we can give a little bit of grace, if we can see the divine in everyone, like even the people that have hurt you, they have good inside of them. Maybe it's buried under trauma and, jadedness and like all their ego baggage and whatnot, but it's in there. They could have beautiful messages and insights to share with you, and if we close ourselves off and just write people off as inherently evil and with nothing redeeming about them whatsoever, we miss out on the good that they have to offer, about the messages that can come through them, because the universe uses anyone and anything. Like nothing goes to waste. So if we can be more open to that, and even if that means like we are distancing ourselves from people who have hurt us, but like having a very like I will message you once in a while kind of relationship, but I'm not gonna like be in the same space. Like that's valid. Protect yourself, be loving and kind and respectful to yourself, but don't give in to like the hatred and the bitterness and the vengeance and all of that, because people are people. They're gonna be human, they're gonna be flawed, they're gonna make mistakes, but anyone and everyone can learn, grow, and improve. It may take a lot of time. They may not choose to learn, grow, and improve for a long time. Like that's their choice. But in the end, they will learn, grow, and improve. It may be, through tough love, lessons from the universe, but it'll happen. Like, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before, but about 2 years ago, my grandma passed away, and she had been very sick, and it was, kind of her own doing because she was pretending like everything was fine and was refusing help, and that's a whole thing. But so with the funeral, I'd gone to it, and then I went to, do my obligations and my commitments, and then I came back to support my mom because, she just buried her mom, and we had buried her father, my grandpa, when I was in 3rd grade, so like she was technically an orphan now because her parents were gone. Even though she's grown, it still, I'm sure, hurts a lot to lose your parents. Even if, they're very human and could have done hurtful things to people. But I came to show up and just support her. She's telling me about, all her plans for a garden flag. And then my aunts, they just zoom around the corner and they just start lashing out and being all angry and screaming and like throwing all this mud and smear campaigns and just being so toxic and hurtful and just screaming and just like being cutthroat and like, I hadn't done anything. They're going on about how I'm an effing vulture. I didn't give an F about my grandma. I didn't care at all these things. I was like, whoa. I'm like, I'm guessing it's because my siblings and my cousins have been going through all my grandma's things and like being like, oh, I want this. And like, I had just gotten there. So like, I'm guessing their high emotions from the funeral, from all the drama that had been going down with my grandma because her health just plummeted real bad at the end and like all these things. I'm guessing that's what did it. But that doesn't give them a free pass for what they did. But I can acknowledge, okay, you're human. I am unlike my siblings who are like, they're dead to us. Like, I'm never speaking to them again. It's like, no, what they did wasn't okay. It wasn't. Like, that's not an acceptable way to treat someone else. Can I see why their emotions may be heightened and they could have made not the ideal choice? Yes. Am I going to be okay with them trying to act like nothing happened and making zero effort for apologies and to make amends? No. But I'm also not going to be nasty and be like, oh, you're a terrible person and I'm never speaking to you again and this, that, and the other. It's like, no, I wish you the best. I'm just not going to interact with you until we actually do something about this, because that's not how you treat people. It's just not. So yeah, just see the divine in everyone. Know that so many people are hurting and they're coming from a place of like trauma and just feeling hurt a lot of the times. Doesn't give them a free pass, mind you. It's still not okay to treat other people horribly and to hurt them and be disrespectful and all that, but recognize that there's more than what meets the eye a lot of times, that things are going on behind the scenes that you aren't aware of. You know how you have so much going on in your life? That's the same for everyone. I heard somewhere that, like everyone's house is on fire, metaphorically speaking, like everyone's putting them out at those fires and dealing with it in their lives. We just didn't always see it at the surface because a lot of times people are pretending. So give people some grace. Doesn't mean they get to walk all over you, treat you horribly, but recognize like we're all human. We're all trying to do our best. We're all struggling. We all have bad days, and that we don't need to give into like the bitterness and the hatred and vengeance and all of that. Like, we don't need to do it. We don't need to go wishing people's downfall and wishing people's ill will. We don't need to do that. Like, that's not the highest perspective. That's just looking for the bad in people. As Uncle Iroh says, when you look for the light, you can often find it, but if you look for the dark, that is all you ever see. If that's all you're looking for in people and situations, that's all you're ever going to see. But there can be light hiding underneath that darkness. Yin yang, very much so. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!